Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dalton Daughtry, and today I'm going to share with you how to be successful as an SDR. So, when I first got started in this role, I had the hustle and I had the grind and I had the motivation to be successful. But truthfully, I really didn't have a lot of guidance as to how to get started. How to actually manage my time, how to plan my calendar, how to just win day in and day out. And so, I thought I'd share with you just some resources that have helped me, some things I've learned just along the journey, and hopefully, if you're thinking about breaking into technology sales or starting off as an SDR and seeing, is this something I want to do long term? Hopefully, some of these tips and tricks can help. So, first of all, I think if somebody's going to be successful, that person needs to know their why, right? If somebody gets started as an SDR and their plan is to be an SDR forever, well, then great, that's good, but in reality, that's not me. I didn't want to be an SDR forever. I wanted to master the skills of an SDR and then take those skills and apply them into the next position, next role, next opportunity. And so somebody's got to know their why. For me, I have a wife. We have goals. We have ambitions. We have dreams. We have things we want to accomplish. We have people we want to become. And so for me, just knowing what I wanted to accomplish and using this opportunity as a means to an end to succeed at that has been vital just in the day-to-day, right? If somebody doesn't know why they're doing what they're doing, it's tough for them to get out of bed in the morning. It's tough for them to go through the motions. And so I think another thing people need to for me, I really had to master was just calendar planning, time management. There's lots of talk about, how to manage your time or, how to prioritize your day or time blocks and, just different things of that nature. But in reality, the role of an SDR is very simple. The goal is for, the newest SDR and the most tenured SDR to produce results for the company. And so, for just whenever I got started, for me, just learning to prioritize my calendar and take control of my day, start the day off, not, on the offensive, not passively, not just reactively, but actually proactively the day before, planning out what am I going to do this day, when am I going to make my calls, when am I going to send my emails, when am I going to check my social feeds, when am I going to have conversations with other peers, and when am I going to network, and when am I going to ask questions. These types of prioritizations in my calendar have allowed me the opportunity to, one, stay focused. I mean, if you're working off a laptop and I do, it can be easy to get distracted, 100 tabs open, or, check the news feed over here, and all of a sudden, I got sucked into social media for, 20, 30 minutes. That's easy. And so to avoid that sort of thing, it's easy for me to go ahead and just pre-plan my day, prioritize things that I need to prioritize, and then just execute on those priorities. And so calendar planning is a must. Another thing that I think that a lot of people, they don't realize until they get into the position or into a similar scenario as an SDR or a BDR or an ISR, is that at the end of the day, it really comes down to when somebody's in a role that's a production-based role where their production determines what they get paid. It's really necessary for somebody to grind. And I'm not talking about working 15 hours a day. I'm not talking about, somebody neglecting their family or neglecting their spirituality or any of that. I'm talking about somebody's got to prioritize their day and then come in and actually execute. And so for me, that means picking up the phone. That means calling on prospects. That means sending emails to prospects. That means, talking to people on social medias. That means having meetings. That means, starting conversations, developing relationships. And so whenever it comes to, just kicking my day off, I always make it a point to first thing in the morning to get a win. I open my laptop, I start my work day, I get a win. I don't know what it's going to be. I plan it out, and then I get a win. I try to get a win, and that win creates a domino effect, which in turn, throughout the course of the day, actually promotes wins in other areas. And so if I start off the day with, checking all the, fixing all the problems, right? There's always a dozen fires. I have hundreds of emails right now I need to respond to. I have lots of little administrative things I can do, but if I started my day off with attacking those things, then I'm going to be starting my day off in a negative mindset, and that's not going to produce, for me, the results that I want to produce. And so just learning that grind was essential. Being very coachable has been a necessity for me. I grew up very egotistical, naturally, I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I can do it myself. But that mentality never got me, it never helped me get ahead, never helped me succeed. And so learning to submit my ego and actually ask the questions that need to be asked, make mistakes and own up to those mistakes and go to people with questions and go to people with, just a spirit of, please help. I know you know more than me. I know you know more than me in this area. And, I just want to learn from everybody. I want to learn from every mistake. I want to learn from every mentor and every coach. I want to learn from my managers. My managers are my managers because they've walked this path before generally. And I want to learn from them. I want to learn from their experience. Everybody has a different perspective, and I have a very limited perspective. And so I'm always open to coaching, always open to feedback, always, getting time on the calendars of my peers and my managers and the higher ups in the company and mentors to find out, hey, what could I be doing better? How could I improve? If you were me, what would you do to succeed? And so that's been vital. And people, what I'm learning is that the higher somebody wants to climb in the echelons of society, the more successful somebody wants to become, the more necessary it is for that person to really have a humble attitude and not be Mr. Know-It-All and having been Mr. Know-It-All. If there's anything I know, it's how much I don't know now. So, and the last thing I would say, if somebody's going to be successful in any role, SDR, ISR, BDR, if they want to get in technology sales, I think that the best thing that somebody can do for themselves and for their career is to seek growth, to seek development, to read books. If I meet people and they're telling me they don't read books, typically that's a sign of one, maybe that person feels as if they don't need to read a book because they feel like they know everything there is to know, or two, they just lost their curiosity and they're not piquing interest in new ideas. I mean, it's been said, leaders are readers, and those who succeed read. And so, for me, reading books, listening to podcasts, and again, the reading books thing, if somebody's listening to podcasts, plugging into conferences, getting around people that are more successful than them, audiobooks, I mean, it's 2022. Somebody doesn't have to necessarily read a book, like sit down and actually open a book to grow and to succeed. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, people have to seek development. I have to personally carve out time every day to listen to podcasts, to listen to audiobooks. I have to plug into conferences. I have to follow people on LinkedIn that are producing really good content. I have to subscribe to people that are actually getting ahead, because I'm humble enough to know that I need to follow them and I need to learn from them. And if they're walking in a minefield and they're ahead of me, then and they have both legs, then if I step in their footprints, I'm probably going to be okay. And so just personal development's key. I know for me, it's made all the difference. If I didn't do what I do outside of my 9-to-5, then I wouldn't be succeeding in my 9-to-5. It's just a fact. And so, super grateful for mentorship, for good friendships, for conferences, for really good books, good podcasts, audios. If you have YouTube, there's so much content on YouTube. There's no excuse not to succeed. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. My name is Dalton Daughtry. Again, these are just some quick tips. If somebody wants to succeed as an SDR, just some of the things that I've done to learn and grow. And again, I know that I don't know it all. I know that I'm still learning, still growing, still improving, still beating on my craft every day. But at the end of the day, I know why I'm doing it. I'm blocking off my calendar. I'm prioritizing things on my schedule. I'm hustling. I am very coachable and very accountable. And at the end of the day, I'm always learning and always growing. And so, anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for checking out my video. And if you haven't already, like and subscribed. Over and out.